Hello everyone! Yesterday I was brainstorming ideas that I could use for this video editing project our nice looking teacher gave us. At first I thought of making some kind of movie trailer or some documentary, then I thought, wait a minute. Those things require a lot of talent and knowledge, and I don't meet any of these requirements. So, I decided to shamelessly plagiarize some unknown show on YouTube that is easy to make. That's why I chose the show Tabs from the French channel Tales from the Click. I know most of you don't know this show. To be honest, that's why I chose it. Well, to put it briefly, each episode of Tabs is a summary of a Hollywood star's life. Unfortunately, I know nothing about Hollywood. That's why I chose to talk about a Polish fantasy writer that most of you don't know, which is understandable. Most of you have social lives and don't care about nerdy stuff. But I am a nerd who wears glasses and likes fantasy. That's why I'm going to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Andrzej Sapkowski. According to my research, Sapkowski's net worth is over $220 million, which makes him one of Europe's richest writers. But that has not always been the case for him. Andrzej was an economist by education and worked for most of his life as a traveling fur merchant before quitting the fur industry to focus on a less traditional literary career. A bold choice for Sapkowski, who was 38 years old at the time, an age where most people start thinking about settling down and doing adult stuff.
I followed the path so long, I've weathered this tide.
Sapkowski began his literary career as a translator working with the Fantastica magazine. He made his debut thanks to the magazine's 1985 fiction competition. The Witcher won third place. The first prize went to Mark Huberath, a Polish writer who turned out to be not very successful compared to Andrzej. Sapkowski's subsequent stories were first published in Fantastica and later in Nowa Fantastica, the relaunched version of the magazine. Since then, his stories started getting really popular in Poland, and as they say, the rest is history. Well, technically it's not, because only nerds know who Sapkowski is, but I'm too lazy to write the rest of the script, so I'm going to pretend that everyone should know Andrzej's story. Also, did you know that The Witcher is the English translation of this word that only Polish people know how to pronounce? Just in case you're wondering, it sounds like this.
Wiedźmin.
This is not a fantasy, I feel the love so true.
The Witcher is without a doubt one of the most famous dark fantasy sagas. The problem is that Sapkowski hates the word fantasy, because to him it means unrealistic fairy tales. In an interview with Eurogamer, the interviewer asked Andrzej what he thinks of Polish fairy tales, the most known one being the story of the poor cobbler who kills a dragon. Sapkowski answered, "It's a lie. Poor cobblers make good shoes, they don't kill monsters. Soldiers and knights, they're idiots generally. And priests want only the money, so who's killing monsters? Professionals. You don't call poor cobblers, you call for professionals. So then, I invented the professional."
You're goddamn right.
While most of the 7 Witcher books were first published in Poland in the 90s, it is in the last few years, through a video game, that the character has taken the English-speaking world by storm. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt was a huge critical and financial success for Polish game developer CD Projekt Red, selling over 10 million copies. This game is considered by many the best video game ever made. But not Andrzej, who hates video games and says that they can tell engaging stories. He has made this point clear every time someone asked him about them.
Panie Andrzeju, jak w ostatecznym rozrachunku zbudowały się panu gry na podstawie sagi wiedźmińskiej?
Ja to nie grałem, no szczerze powiedziawszy, mając mnóstwo ciekawszych gry. Zdecydowanie dużo ciekawszych gry. A co do tego, jaka to jest, że tak powiem, jeżeli pan pyta mnie o taką grywalność, czy jak to się gra, to wtedy odpowiedzieć nie mogę, dlatego że brak mi danych, nigdy nie grałem, co więcej, nigdy nie zagram. Mam mnóstwo ciekawszych produktów. Nie ma czegoś na świecie takiego, co można nazwać konwergencją mediów, czyli że komiks jest prequelem książki, a gra jest sequelem książki. Nieprawda. Medium jest medium, gra jest grą, to sobie chce grać, niech sobie gra. I jakie postaci tam występują, w jakim czasie to się dzieje, ma absolutnie żadnego znaczenia. I mniemanie, że ja wiem, jak się zakończyła historia Wiedźmina po książce i co było dalej, bo dalej była gra, jest absolutnie błędne. To nie jest prawda.
Also, he sold the intellectual property of The Witcher to CD Projekt Red for less than $10,000, even though he was offered royalties by the company. Years later, with the Witcher video game series being wildly successful, Sapkowski is now seeking over $16 million of compensation, even though he denied the royalties offered from the game developer initially. I was stupid enough to sell them rights to the whole bunch, he says. They offered me a percentage of their profits. I said, no, there will be no profit at all. Give me all my money right now, the whole amount. It was stupid. I was stupid enough to leave everything in their hands because I didn't believe in their success. But who could foresee their success? I couldn't. I don't know what you think about it, but to me, this seems really unfair for the game developers. Besides money, Andrzej loves a lot of things, one of them being beer. He loves it so much that he actually became friends with George Martin, the writer of A Tale of Ice and Fire, aka Game of Thrones, because they both shared the eternal love for this beverage. In fact, those two became very close friends to the point that they teased each other publicly on numerous occasions. The most hilarious one being Andrzej mocking the Game of Thrones TV show that had Ed Sheeran singing in it.
Compared to a woman's kiss, for hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm.
Moim zadaniem jest jako konsultanta tego filmu zapewnić, żeby w żaden moment się